Pat Power here, and welcome back to another live stream of VampYr. Now, it was crazy the last episode, or the last stream, I should say. But shall we actually get started after I post it out? What the hell was that noise? Post it out. What the hell was that noise? Post it out. What the hell was that noise? Alright, let's begin. Wait. Do we even explore this place? Explore it, did we? Ooh, money. That answers my question. Let's come back here. Thank you. Wait. I just help with your whatever it is. Don't repopulate. Killed you for a reason. Where did I go? I came out of there, I believe. So I'll go this way. How can I... Where's my map? No, that's going out. Follow the bullet trails from the pier. Okay. So, it's not here.
Bloody leech! Shit! You'll pay for that!
Okay, so where...
Go back home, idiot! Over there!
Where am I going? Like, I'm here. Am I going this way? Not out there. So...
Lively! An end to you!
Okay, so... follow the blood trail, yeah. And that's what I'm doing.
Over there!
I've been here. Maybe there's something else. Maybe here.
Not a safe place right now, sir.
It has to be this way. Yes.
Fresh blood. The whole building reeks of it. The scent is so strong it makes me dizzy.
Please stop.
This place reeks of bloodshed.
My arm. I can't feel it.
This creature is bedeviled. I must put it down.
That was easy.
William, please, stop.
William was an honorable man. I could have saved him.
Mr. Hampton, are you in there?
I knew him well, another lost soul, a kindred spirit.
Sir, listen to the sound of my voice. I'm a doctor. You're suffering from shock.
I must return to my flock. They'll stray without me.
Remember, certain skulls are every bit as resistant as we are.
Who are you? What do you mean by scowl?
You truly are a newborn. I should have realized.
Wait. You are the woman from the bar. Are you... like me? Can you help me?
I believe, sir, I already have.
Oh, you selfish prick. Fine, I didn't need your help anyway.
By George and the Saints, you've solved the mystery of these terrible murders. Patience, good fellows, I've come to offer help. Just give me a moment to secure my boat. We can leave this awful place.
William was not the evil man they claimed. He was just taken by the thirst. He needed his drink.
This man requires medical attention. We'll see he gets to the nearest hospital.
No, please, I must tend to my fold. My flock needs me.
There, sir. Go with the good Dr. Swansea. He's resourceful, and I'm sure he'll take good care of you.
You'd best come as well. The sun is soon to rise, and you'll need a place to rest.
Yeah.
I just need a moment. If I can learn something about what has happened to William, I'll be a step closer to understanding what happened to me.
Yeah, that sounds like a good idea. Just wait for me. If you leave, you are so getting killed.
This poor creature can't be my maker. Could it be some subspecies of vampire? I must find a place to analyze the blood.
Where the hell are we gonna get that? Ooh, money. Who's that on a barrel?
It's locked.
That's locked.
I cannot enter.
Who the hell? Wait. Money. Oh, at least I'm thinking it's money. Wait. Lead rod. Okay, I'm ready. At dawn, we row. I don't see no rowing. What kind of rowing is that? It's got a reverse. Hello.
Where are we headed?
We're on our way to the Pembroke Hospital. It's just across the canal. They'll have a bed for poor Mr. Hampton.
William was... what manner of creature was he?
Predator, prey, villain, and victim. Who can say? The important thing is that he's been stopped.
Duly noted. And the woman? What... who is she?
What woman?
Oh, don't play me for a fool. You used me to locate that skull. You must know who she is.
And I thought you a gentleman. You shouldn't talk about a lady behind her back, but I will tell you she values her privacy. Were London as peaceful as she appears from the middle of the canal? If only that were the reality of the situation.
To be honest, I've always tried to avoid this part of town.
Pembroke Hospital is the last bastion between the rest of London and the epidemic. The flu has decimated the East End and the war still rages. Welcome to the front lines of a plague.
This is where you work, Dr. Swansea?
I am the administrator of Pembroke Hospital.
I thought you were here in service of your mysterious order, the Brotherhood of...
Of St. Paul's Stone, yes. But first and foremost, I'm a man of science. A physician.
Are you really?
Like yourself, Dr. Reed.
How do you know who I am?
No need for modesty. You are Dr. Jonathan Reed, a surgeon of some caliber and renown, if I'm not mistaken.
You are correct, sir.
I knew it! I had my suspicions. But when you took the blood sample from the corpse of poor William, I was certain. Dr. Reed. Marvelous.
Dr. Reed.
Have we met?
I attended 3 of your seminars before the war. I have the utmost admiration for your research. And what a turn of fate. England's most esteemed blood specialist returns to London a vampire.
That word, again. From a so-called man of science.
I understand. Traditionally, the role of science is to refute myth, but when myth walks among us, the Brotherhood of St. Paul has dedicated its purpose to their study. There's so much for you to learn.
Of that, you are right.
Well, then let me be blunt.
I've been doing okay.
Join my staff at Pembroke Hospital. As a physician,
Streaming for 2 hours.
I suspect you'll not find a better post of employment to contemplate your predicament.
My
This
predicament.
is sudden. I was returning home to see my sickly mother.
Oh!
But alas, that was before contracting this
I'm thinking about Scrubs.
affliction.
Dr. Reed, take
Think
a
about
moment
Scrubs.
to consider. The post would be for the night shift, providing a good
JD
explanation
Stroh.
for your absence during daylight hours. You'll be adequately reimbursed and have a place to hide. I even had the forethought to bring some clean clothes.
Please do. Mine's all
So,
bloody.
what do you say?
It seems I have little choice, but yours is a generous offer, so I thank you.
Brilliant! Oh, Jonathan, this is one for the book, and the beginning of a beautiful friendship.
Yeah, that's because I'm, like, using, like, headphones. It's, you know, kind of weird.
Dr. Swansea, thank goodness. I was beginning to be concerned.
Worry no more, Nurse Crane, for I bring good news.
Is that my new pose?
Oh, Doctor, what a night. We lost 2 more patients. Nurse Scow said she couldn't take it anymore and resigned.
Yes, well, I'll make a new rota in the morning. In the meantime, find a good bed for Mr. Hampton. Be sure to pay attention to his needs.
Of course, Doctor.
Oh, and Dorothy,
Yes, Doctor?
Dr. Reed here has just returned from the front. He served King and Country and will be joining us here at Pembroke. We're very lucky to have gained a surgeon of his talent, and one so experienced in blood transfusions.
That is good news indeed, Doctor.
Oh, yes. Here at Pembroke, it's not what we have, but what we haven't. It's only thanks to Nurse Crane and the staff that our ship doesn't sink. If you have any questions, just ask her.
Duly noted. Thank you.
Your assistance is required, Dr. Swansea, immediately.
Welcome aboard, Jonathan. We'll catch up after my rounds. Coming, Nurse Crane. I'm coming.
Okay, that was aggressive. See your boat. I have to go in the hospital. I'm gonna explore a little bit. Can you hear me a little better?
Come on, you bastard! You can do better than that!
I just saw it turn down my TV. What the heck?
It's my turn!
Rotten autocracy. Each heart contains the seed of life. Drink at this river. Try it all.
Oh, come on, you bastard! I won't bite.
Sir, please. You've lost too much blood. Calm yourself.
You think I didn't notice? Stop your staring and get me to an hospital, you arse!
Insulting a good Samaritan. Not exactly the way to get rescued.
Alright, sorry. I am in pain here. My guts are spilling out onto the street and you're yabbering on.
Yes.
I don't think I've ever
That's a
heard
very
that.
nasty wound you've got there. Take my word, I am a doctor. Dr. Jonathan Reed.
Are you?
Name's Clay
really a
Cox.
doctor?
I'd appreciate you helping me to a better place, Doc.
Follow me, Mr. Cox. Let me assist you to that better
First
place.
you got Dr. Reed, now you got Cox.
Bring this fading light into the shadows. Dance with him the dance of life and death.
I can control them. Am I going this way? Which is true. Indeed not. Oh wait. Oh, I see. So I'm supposed to. That makes sense. I'm supposed to follow the shadows. Okay. So I am supposed to go here.
In the back, you
Take a bite.
bastard! Didn't have the guts to fight me. Fuck you. I'll kill you. I'll kill you.
I'm a vampire, it doesn't matter.
To taste a life. To embrace its most intimate secrets. Such
It's
a
better than eating rats.
such a divine.
I've been eating rats. Although that's how I get the plague. Oh, looks like I'm bringing that back. Is this a hospital? Is there anything in a building? What's this? She's wearing a mask. She's protecting herself from COVID. Not this one. Or this one. I'm proud of her.
Doctor, where have you been? I've little time to play hide and seek with new staff members, no matter how illustrious they may be.
I apologize, nurse. I needed some
drop the
time to
attitude.
myself. This has been the longest and strangest night of my life.
You delivered poor
Strangest.
Mr. Hampton from a terrible fate. The means to that end should
Yeah,
be
it
of
was
little
strangest.
concern, Doctor.
Thank you, nurse. What can I do for you?
Dr. Swansea insisted we provide you a quiet office. You'll find it on the second floor with your name on the door.
Thank you.
Really?
Nurse Crane, isn't it?
Yes, Dorothy Crane. Welcome to Pembroke Hospital, Dr. Reed. Your office has been prepared.
Where's it, Claude?
I would like to ask a few questions first. What kind of man is Dr. Swansea?
Well, you accepted the job from him. I thought you would have known about your employer.
Apologies, I've only just met him the once. This is sudden. I've only just returned to England.
Dr. Swansea
Yeah,
is a brilliant
right.
surgeon and the most compassionate physician.
It's right to assume Dr. Swansea knows far more about me than I do about him.
You'll get to know him soon enough, and better than me. The administrator has better things to do than mix with us.
I guess that never changes.
And Mr. Hampton, the patient we brought in, how does he fare?
I gave him a sedative to help him sleep. Poor thing was in quite a state of shock.
Yeah. Ah,
If you could point me in the direction of my room again, nurse.
either
Second
that or
floor of the
Blade.
hospital, left after the stairs. It's the last vacant office at the end of the corridor.
Thank you, Nurse Crane.
Now get out of my way. Nobody here. What's this? City, you. Life saved by efficient medical aid is blow struck at of the flu epidemic. See? This is coronavirus.
Dr. Swansea is right. This place seems perfect to conduct my research.
Said the second floor, but before that, I am going to. This one's married a mask too. Proud of you guys. Are you? Yes. That's like awesome. I want to be the same. I'll explore later. Says second floor, so this is the second floor. That's my name on the door.
Not now.
I'm reading your name. Okay. So that's not my name.
It's locked, all right.
It's locked, alright. This is the second floor. Where the heck is my work? Where's my study room? I got booze.
I cannot enter.
Finally, my door.
This must be the place. It's definitely away from prying eyes. Relegated to the shadows. A kingdom of my own. At least I won't be sleeping in a coffin.
Number one slept in a coffin. What are you talking about? Ooh. Aluminum powder. There's a bed. Okay, so I don't like that. It's 99 damage. Work in progress. Neat. Like, I don't even know how to use these.
William Bishop's blood is much more unstable than human blood and shows extensive mutation. But this is not what happened to me. I must keep on searching. The sun is about to rise. I can feel it. I'll continue tomorrow night. I have so much time now.
So,
The flower's dying. It needs water.
where do I get the water?
The flower's dying. It needs water.
Ooh, that's a lot. That's a lot to read. Okay. It's a rare opportunity, blah blah blah. To got natural need. That's a lot. Oh, here's some water right here. yet the sink won't allow me. Is that water? Like, where am I supposed to get the water? There's a sink over there. Dying plant over here.
The flower's dying. It needs water.
Why is that important? Okay, let's see. Boom. Spring shuttle. Boom. Wait. There is no cup.
If I'm to stay here until my research is complete, I'd better learn to hide my true nature from the mortals. But what about my thirst for blood?
Hey, I was reading that. What am I doing? Neither have I.
The flower's dying.
Yep.
It needs water.
Who's Jonas?
I not want to make wait, Doctor. I've patients to attend.
Are you talking to yourself?
Yes, Nurse Crane? How can I help you?
I'm so sorry. I know Dr. Swansea wanted you to rest, but we have somewhat of a crisis.
A crisis, you say?
Our supply of antiseptics is nearly depleted. I was hoping there was another box up here, but...
Sorry, there's nothing here.
Some of the patients won't last the night without them. Honestly, sir, I'm beside myself.
I may have a solution. In France, during the war, drugs shortage was a daily problem. We had to use our wits to overcome the shortages.
However,
she was nice at first, and then she just gave me
If combined correctly, certain household chemical products can be used in a pinch instead. Now, where's the hospital storeroom?
The storeroom? Fat chance. This is the Pembroke, and space is luxury we don't have. Everything used to be stored in the old morgue.
Perhaps I should look there first. Where is this morgue?
Maybe like
It's the large building behind the hospital. You'll need to go in the back door
chill?
because it's been sealed off for sanitary reasons. Take this key. It opens a small back entrance at the end of a narrow street.
The abandoned morgue behind the hospital. A small door at the end of a narrow street. On my way then. Thank you, nurse.
Yes, Doctor?
Please, could you point me in the direction of the morgue again?
It's the large boarded-up building behind the hospital. You can't miss it. The key I gave you will open the small back door to it.
Okay.
Why then do you always work the nights? Don't you ever sleep?
At the Pembroke, we're always hands on deck.
She don't sleep?
Your dedication to the Pembroke does you credit, Nurse Crane, but when do you sleep?
We staff get our sleep when we can, Doctor. Nursing is a vocation, not the labor of a journeyman.
Lack of sleep and the medical profession always ends in disaster. I've witnessed many a colleague succumb to stimulants to fight exhaustion. Drugs were as deadly as bullets in the trenches.
London's trenches start here at Pembroke Hospital. We are on the front line, make no mistake.
I don't care, I'll kill her anyway.
Exactly how bad is the supply situation here at Pembroke?
It really depends. Dr. Swansea deftly works his society contacts for monies. But with the quarantine, well, we're in God's hands.
That's all for now, Nurse Crane, thank you.
Yo, what up? What up, Josh? Okay, so I have to go behind the hospital? What door is it? Oh. Hello?
Good evening, miss. I'm Dr. Reed, the new surgeon at the Pembroke Hospital. And who are you?
Your name has no meaning to me, mortal. You're nothing but dust blown by the winds of eternity.
I beg your pardon?
What are you begging for, mortal? My clemency? Well, tonight maybe I'm inclined to mercy. You'll never forget the night you met Thelma Howcroft.
You keep calling me mortal. Why is that? And if I'm mortal, what are you?
Well, Dr. Reed, if you must know, I'm a vampire.
Really?
And why do you believe you're a vampire?
I don't need to believe anything. It is what I am. It is what I feel within this hollow shell of flesh.
Because, it's, I'm live on my, PlayStation.
Please, describe to me how you feel. What is it like to be a vampire?
I can hear my body crumble from the inside as my flesh cracks and fades. I sense the last pulse of pustulant blood within my drying veins. I need new blood.
I see. Have you ever heard of Cotard syndrome, Miss Howcroft?
Never.
It's a mental illness discovered by a French neurologist named Jules Cotard. The affected patients are delusional. They believe that they are putrefying.
I know, right?
They are dead, a ghost or a ghoul. Or in your case, a vampire.
And
delusional, you say?
It's better like this.
Mortal. You can't even begin to understand the concept of immortality. And you think it is I who am delusional.
Won't crash unless somebody cuts the power off. So it's kind of better on the PlayStation than on the computer.
I'm assuming you must be a patient.
This way I can actually
Am
lay
I
in
right,
my bed.
Miss Howcroft?
It's only a cover. To hide from my enemies. I can leave whenever I want. As a woman, a spirit, fog, or bat.
You're a bat now?
Who are these enemies you mentioned? Can you describe them?
I cannot say for sure. But I sense their eyes on me from nearby. I feel them watching me every time I visit the garden near the morgue.
The staff here are not your enemy. They're here to help you, to care for you.
I'm not speaking of the doctors in white. I'm speaking of the men and women who hunt me. For I am a vampire.
I see. Don't worry. These people will not find you here. I'll personally make sure they leave you alone.
Thank you, mortal. But do not interfere with them, for you are no match for those that hunt me.
Illness. She's delusional. Basically. Let's go with personal questions.
Who are you really, Miss Howcroft? I mean, apart from being a vampire.
Is that not enough for you, puny mortal? What do you require? Proof of my powers?
I'm curious to know who you were before becoming a vampire.
No, it's such a long time ago, I don't remember. Centuries of unholy life can have strange effects on one's minds, you see?
Well, she does look centuries old.
I'll leave you, Mistress of the Dark, to your nocturnal activities.
Are those your bottles? Not anymore. Found a bottle. I use that for the watering the plants.
If Pembroke is still standing after this epidemic, there's good reason to
What?
look around.
Hospital full. Please go back home. Aww.
We must prove what we are capable of. It is now or never.
Yeah, he is good. Go sub to him. Guess it's time for the morgue. It was a back door? What's this? Do not cough in public. Why does it sound more like the coronavirus? I can't miss it, she says. Oh, yeah.
Thelma Howcroft said she was being watched by vampire hunters. Where are they hiding? I should investigate.
City needs you, blah blah blah, volunteers, blah blah blah. Doctor.
Good evening. I'm Dr. Reed.
Always a pleasure to meet a colleague, sir. Especially when he was supposedly dead.
A colleague? Are you a doctor too?
Not anymore, sir. I used to be Dr. Rakesh Jadana.
They said
Now,
a flu-like
I'm just
symptom.
Mr. Jadana, pawnbroker and humble guardian of this morgue.
What do you mean? You used to be a doctor.
And
Was
my
your
character
license
should have
revoked?
been
No, sir.
having the
It is just that I like to be
bubonic
precise.
plague because I've been
I
eating
run a
nothing
little
but
pawn
rats.
shop while taking care of the dead. But I used to be a real doctor.
Okay. Let's see your life in London.
Do you work here alone?
Yes, very easy work, sir. All I have to do is watch a few bodies. The situation was very different when the main morgue was still open.
Why do you have to watch these bodies?
Because these poor fellows have no names. We keep them in case someone comes looking for the missing. Sadly, very rarely happens.
Why close the hospital's main morgue?
I'm not
It
gonna
was for
kill
sanitary
the
reasons
doctor
after the
if he's a
beginning of the
vampire.
epidemic. Cadavers
You're
had to be
killing him
moved to
because
the
he's
nearest
lazy.
mass grave.
It's clearly lazy.
Are you afraid or uneasy being surrounded by so many corpses?
Why should I? These bodies are empty vessels. Flesh left to decay. Poof. No soul anymore. All gone.
That's kind of mean.
An interesting point of view. And quite an exotic one, too. Most people fear, or at least have a respect, for dead flesh.
Sir, as a medic during the war, I learned to face my death and the death of others. It's the pain we have to take, not death itself.
I got a hint.
How did you get this job?
After I left the army, I worked as an undertaker down by the docks. A dangerous place with many an unpleasant business there. Milton Hooks helped me get a job here.
Huh.
Have we met before?
I don't think so, sir. Why?
When we first talked, you said you were glad to meet me since I was reported dead.
Funny story, sir. Your sister came here a few nights ago. You were missing, and she was looking for your body. She must be very relieved now.
No, she's just very dead. See, when I came back to life, she was the first person I killed.
A pawnbroker? I expect you get all types of people here.
Yes, sir. All kind of people. For I sell all kind of goods.
Who comes here to trade with you? It's very unhygienic, even unsafe. Diseases can spread. For the customers, for the hospital.
I'm very cautious, sir. I've been a doctor, remember? And all my clients are good people.
So that means
in
you're
fact,
not a doctor.
I think I only know good people.
What kind of goods?
With the quarantine, it's not always easy to buy things. So I trade, I exchange. Some people sell, some others buy. I like to help.
Very interesting.
Since you're not afraid of dying, do you believe in life after death, Rakesh?
No. I believe we must do all the good we can while alive. For our time is short, and the obstacles are endless.
Do you think you would enjoy immortality as a concept?
I don't think so. Don't mistake me. I love life, and I'd like to live a long life. But everything has to decay, sir. Even goodwill.
Do you really believe goodwill cannot last?
As I said, sir, everything decays. If I was to never die, goodness, I would be bored or worse. And I like to be helpful, sir.
Quite depressing, wouldn't you say?
Yes, but the good news is, we'll all die before losing our humanity, sir.
Talk about dementia?
So you're ready to die?
No, I am not. I don't fear death, for I won't see it. What troubles me is the pain my death will inflict to those I know.
You're a wise man, Mr. Chidana.
No, Dr. Reed. I am a foolish man. But I like to think otherwise.
They hate you.
Please show me what you have to sell.
Of course. It's just trinkets and curios, really. But I'm sure they can be useful.
How much money do I have? Oh, I can buy all of these. Buy. 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 Now, is this number one? Sir, where is your mask?
Good evening, sir. I'm Dr. Reed. I believe we're going to be colleagues.
Reed? Yes, I've been informed about your arrival. I'm Waverly Ackroyd. Welcome aboard, I suppose.
Does my arrival inconvenience you in some way, Dr. Ackroyd?
Let us just say that I don't particularly share Dr. Swansea's enthusiasm for hiring you. What we need here are reliable professionals, not overrated dabblers.
Thank you for your time. We'll talk later.
You're a very, very rude man. Where is
That's Pembroke nowadays.
hers?
Good evening, nurse.
Good evening, Doctor. I don't think we've been introduced yet. My name is Pippa Hawkins.
And I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed. Dr. Swansea has recently offered me a position in this hospital.
Well, it's a euphemism that your help will be appreciated, Doctor.
I
Goodbye,
just want to know
Nurse
where the
Hawkins.
morgue is.
Spare your obedient slave.
I guess just follow the Y.
Scowl voices in the garden. I should investigate. If they were to find somebody.
Garden. What garden? Is this the garden? No. Yeah, I'm not touching that. This is a garden. Hey, found it. Okay. It's taking way too long. There you go. That's a little better. What was that? Glass veil. What was that? Yep, wasn't supposed to leave at all. That was a waste of time. Guess I'll explore. What is that? Let me just finish up this room. This room. Glass veils. This is a mess. Anybody home? I'm a doctor. Apparently. Oh, money. Stealing the money, I'm probably gonna get, you know. Ooh, what is that?
I cannot enter.
I don't have the key. Something's down there. I have to find the key. Shit. Here comes the action. Broke skull. Excuse me. No doing that.
Behavior is similar to the infected William Bishop. Must be the same strain.
I got a cigarette case.
This sickness moves faster than influenza.
Watery, sturdy blood sample. So does that mean... What do you have? You got bullets. Okay. There's more. Isn't there?
This key will surely grant me access to the basement.
Yay. I took every... Found the alcohol. Huh. This vampire's getting drunk tonight. Why? Where the hell did you come from? Seriously, where did he come from? This is the one I killed. And then that one just came out of nowhere. Okay. Let's check out some of these rooms. Nope.
It's locked.
Of course it is. That's your money. You didn't deserve it.
Balls of Mars. Fortifiers. As popular as they are ineffective. But they do contain iron tartrate, and that might prove itself useful.
I'm thinking he's an actual doctor. I'm starting to think. And not a self-proclaimed one. I'm going upstairs first. What is it? Nothing. The body. Where did they go? Where did they go? You know it? You know it? Not important. Got the key. What was that? Please tell me y'all saw that. It was like a little poof.
These skulls feed from corpses and the husks of animals. They're not old blood.
Yeah. Where your friend at? That noise again. At least they were 6 feet apart. There's something there.
Mr. Connor's injuries don't match the report. I'd better look into this. Multiple abrasions and scarring on the arms and legs. Old and distinctive injuries of a sailor or a fisherman. Traces of a pinkish foam at the corner of the lips.
Ew.
Some sort of drug overdose, perhaps?
You don't know his life.
The chest was originally open to perform the operation. The sutures are clean, but the chest has been reopened.
How dare they?
A puncture over the left lung, possibly a chest tube insertion. Not the cleanest work, but I think it was successful.
He ate too many spaghetti sauce, that's what it was.
Signs of internal bleeding. So, Dr. Tippett's anesthetics were incorrectly dosed, causing the patient's death. And then, he tried to operate on him again. Tippett has made an egregious error. It's time we talked.
I don't want to talk to him.
It's locked.
Of course it is. Yeah, Sherlock Holmes was a vampire. But apparently he's a doctor. Ooh. I'm just stealing weapons. How am I not fired?
Scowls can be so ferocious. I'm not sure I can defeat them without becoming stronger. To drink blood is so tempting.
Stick with rats. Yeah, that is still there. That sound is still there. Ooh. This place is way too fancy for a morgue. Whew. No. No. I am a vampire hunting vampires. Kind of like Blade. The first person I actually bit and killed, sucked the life out of, was in fact his sister. Yeah, I'm getting those vibes as well. Ooh, what is this place? Analyze. Analyze. Nothing to say. Probably like a science class, maybe? Yes, because when vampires bite them, they turn into buildings, which are made from asylums. Oink. Yeah, basically. Live. I guess I go. I'll see you this time. Come at me. Come at me. Okay, so where's the way out? I'm gonna never room out of there, right? I'm gonna just say I did. Hey, I see you. Stop it, stop it, stop it. Oh, there's two of you this time. Gotta watch. It's kind of like a Dark Souls, Fallout, Sherlock Holmes vibe. Alrighty. Let's go down this dark alleyway. Are you serious, dude? What? A photograph of a smiling and lovely couple with a few words written on the back. Milton and Pippa. Lead stick. Who throws out a perfectly good lead stick? Yeah, I heard of that game.
The Pembroke is so lucky to have Dr. Reed, you know.
Good evening, sir.
Thank you.
So it is true. The famous Dr. Reed has joined us. I can't think of any better news during these terrible times.
Do we know each other?
Actually, yes. We met once before, at the Rockefeller University in New York.
Dr. Tippett, yes, I remember. I was assisting Professor Carell in his research about coronary bypasses.
Is that a loading
He
thing?
had nothing but praise for you.
He was also very confident about your future. And look at you now. Eminent surgeon and blood transfusion specialist.
Why do you want to know the life in London?
What is the Pembroke Hospital situation? And speak freely.
This hospital is not exactly the best of London. I'm sure you are used to working in a better environment.
Yeah.
It's more than enough. In any case, the personnel of a hospital are much more important to me than the building.
Don't be misled by appearances, Dr. Reed. This hospital does not lack talented people. It just lacks hope.
Ain't nobody gonna hear about that.
What can you tell me about the staff in the hospital?
Some are really good, and others are not so good. But during this troubled period, there is no time for slander. I prefer to focus on the positive character traits.
Tell me more about cherished people, then.
Nurse Brannigan is a pearl. She is the most helpful and dedicated nurse I've ever worked with. A clever and cheerful woman.
You really seem to admire her skills.
I'll go even further. If she was a man, she would be a damn fine practitioner.
Any opinion about the management?
I don't always agree with Dr. Swansea's reserve, but I must admit he does all he can to keep this facility running during this crisis.
Ah, yes, the burden of command. I was fed up with this concept while serving as a medical officer.
Don't get me wrong. Swansea's a good administrator. I just wish he would get out of his office down again.
Is he though?
Corcoran, I want you to tell me about Mr. Connor. How did he die? What happened?
He was my patient. He died because of my mistake. That's the blunt truth.
Ooh.
Why not stop practicing?
Are you mad? I killed that man, I admit it, and it won't happen again. I have saved so many lives since then.
What was the nature of the mistake?
It was a twofold error. My diagnosis was wrong, and the administered dosage was too strong.
Who was this patient?
I don't know. Some sick man from the docks, maybe a fisherman. I had no time to talk with him. No one claimed a body.
To Tippett.
Okay.
By this horrifying epidemic.
Come now, we can handle this.
I don't think that's wait.
Good evening, Doctor. I believe we're going to be working together.
Dr. Reed. Dr. Swansea informed us of your arrival, but I could not dare to believe we'd have such good fortune. Such an honor, sir.
Okay.
Thank you. And you are?
I am Thoreau Strickland.
Okay now?
Dr. Thoreau Strickland. I'm a great admirer of your work, Dr. Reed.
Is the stream okay?
Please, could you tell me something about yourself?
I'm a great admirer of your work concerning blood transfusion, Dr. Reed. I run my own experiments. I'm convinced it's the future.
What made you choose to be a doctor?
Work have inspired me. I am honored to have the opportunity to work by your side.
Oh boy.
It's always a pleasure to share scientific and medical knowledge with someone eager to learn. I'll be glad to help you if I can.
This epidemic may be the century's most terrible disaster, but I'm convinced that we, as doctors, are the only ones able to defeat it.
I'm gonna have to check the stream myself. Okay, it seems good.